Hello children, good morning. Welcome to the next session, session number 7. So we are discussing basics in mathematics. So up to now I have covered 6 sessions. In the first 2 sessions I went for additions, and in the second 2 sessions I went for subtractions, and in the previous sessions I went for multiplications. And in this session and the next session, that is today's Thursday class and Friday class, I will finish all the basics, and from Monday onwards you are going to start the regular syllabus of your test book. So meanwhile, if any students are unable to get the test books or unable to buy, you just ask your parents to arrange within this 2 or 3 days. Now in this session it is divisions. D-I-V-I-S-I-O-N-S, divisions. It is denoted by the symbol this. One line, dot up, and this is the symbol of division, right? And division is also nothing can be called as making parts, making into parts. For example, 20 divided by 5. These 4 parts. 20 divided by 5 means how many parts? 4 parts. It's one of the term used for division, but basically it is also related to the multiplication tables. You must be very thorough about the multiplication tables. And in the previous session already I mentioned random checking, random picking. 9 8 72, 6 5 6 9 54, 6 5 30, 4 9 36, 4 6 24, 5 9 45, 8 8 64, 8 2 60, 8 9 72. Like this, whatever it may be, you must be thorough about 2 to 9 table. If you are thorough about 2 to 9 table, remaining everything comes. No need to learn up to 25 30 table, because if you learn a 2 to 9 table and divisions and multiplications with double digits, it's very easy, right? Now, so in these divisions also I'll go for 2 things. The first thing is normal questions, normal points or basic divisions. Then I'll go for a double digit divisions. Then I'll go for a triple digit divisions, right? In the next session, in the last session, I'll give a combining all of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, basic sums. That is the basic sums. Now, so how to write? So now the question is 128 divided by 2. The basic question. So this is nothing but 128 divided by 2. So first, the 2 important points you must be remember, right? So first there will be 4 definitions you have to learn. One is divisor, second thing is dividend, and third thing is quotient, Q-U-O-T-I-N, quotient, and fourth one is remainder, right? So these are the 4 definitions or 4 points you have to remember. So to understand this, so there are very big lines to write. So leave about that. The basic point I will explain to remember that. So basically how a division will be done. The division will be in this part, 128 divided by 2. So how to write this? We have to take 2 brackets. In the bracket we have to write 128, and the left side of the bracket you have to write 2, right? And here you will get one answer, and the last you will get one answer. Okay. Now if you remember this, you will get these definitions. Now I'll explain. Divisor, that is by the which number we are going to divide is called as divisor. The number with which we are going to divide is called as divisor. Next, dividend, the number which is going to be divided. The number which is going to be divided is called as dividend. And the quotient is the number of times the number is divisible is called as quotient, and the remainder, the result left after our division is called as remainder. These are the 4 definitions you have to think, and you can tell your own definition also. No need to go for restricted lines. Tell me the first thing. First, the number by which we are going to divide is called as divisor. Next, dividend, the number which is going to be divided. And the next quotient, the number of times the given number is divided is called as quotient, and the result left over the division is called as remainder. These are the four basic simple definitions. You can pause the video and you can write the definitions also. First we learn this concept, then we can understand. Divisor, dividend, quotient and remainder. Okay? Now coming to the next point, the basic point is that first point, basic, definitely very important point is that maximum of the students will be confused in this stage. So the question is given, right? All will write 128 and they will write and they will start. First point you have to remember that how many digits are there? How many digits are there? One digit. So in the given number, you have to take the first digit. In generally multiplications and additions, what we do subtractions will start from here. But in divisions, we have to start from this one. That is the first point we have to remember. The second point is the number outside the bracket and the number inside the bracket. మీకు అర్థం అవడం కోసం చెప్తున్నాను నేను. What is the number outside the bracket? 2. What is the number inside the bracket? 1. Right? Always the number inside the bracket must be big. So which is bigger now? 2 or 1? 2 is bigger, but actually మనకి ఏం పెద్దగా ఉండాలి? The number inside the bracket must be bigger. So in this case we have to take two numbers at a time. And in some cases we will take one number and in some cases we will take two numbers at a time. Why we have to take two numbers is the number inside the bracket must be bigger. In some cases the number inside the bracket will be small. In that type of cases what we have to do? We have to take two numbers at a time. Got it? Now, so for example I will give one more question. Look at this. 987 divided by 2. So what we will do? 987 is divided by 2. We will take 2. What? How many digits are there? One digit. And how many digits are there? One. First we have to take one digit. Which is bigger? Yes, this is bigger. Now we can proceed the sum. But if this is small, what we have to do? We have to take two numbers at a time. Okay? So this is the basic point. First you have to remember. Suppose if the question is given like this, 1489 divided by 28. Now in this case how to take same 1489 divided by 28. Now look at this. How many digits are there? Two digits. Now here also we have to take two digits. First. Now 28, 14. Which is bigger? 28. But actually what is the condition? Which must be bigger? The numbers inside the bracket must be bigger. So what we have to do is we have to take three numbers at a time. That is the point. Suppose same type of question, 7289 divided by 28. Suppose this is the question. Look at this, 7289 divided by 28. How many numbers are outside the bracket? Two numbers. How many numbers we have to take inside the bracket? We have to take two numbers at a time. Now we have to check it. 28, 72. Which is bigger? 72 is bigger. So we can proceed the sum. No need to take the three numbers. So this is the basic logic you have to remember when you are going to do the sums. Okay? Now these type of questions will come while we are doing the questions. Now I will go for the first division. So what is the first division? I start from this one. 987 divided by 2. Maximum of the students, when you are sending the homeworks, you are not at all doing the rough work. Whatever how I am doing, simply you are writing the answers and sending the photos to the master. It's not correct. You have to write all the rough work and you have to mention some. I am mentioning some lines also. You are not at all mentioning some students. Simply they are writing the numbers. Why I am mentioning the lines? To avoid the confusion, to avoid the mixing of the numbers. You have to write that. How I am doing, you have to follow the same thing. Don't do your own in your own way, right? Now, first 2. By which number we are going to divide? 2 tables. So first, better to write The two multiplication table must be there. First you have to write it. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6, 2 fours are 8, 2 fives are 10, 2 six are 12, 2 sevens are 14, 2 eights are 16, 2 nines are 18, and 2 tens are 20. Now first what we have to take is, first how many numbers are there? One number. How many numbers we have to take inside? Inside also one number we have to take. After that what we have to check? Which must be bigger? The number inside the bracket must be bigger. So here 9 is bigger than 2. Yes, we can proceed. If 9 is smaller than 2, then what we have to do? We have to take two numbers. First thing what we have to take? First underline the numbers. Here how many digits? Digits. How many digits? One digit. And we have to consider one digit. Then what is the second step to check? We have to check whether the number inside the bracket or outside the bracket which is bigger. So which must be bigger? The number inside the bracket must be bigger. Now the first step is finished. Now you have to read the two table which is near to 9 and smaller than 9 near to 9. Smaller than 9, near to 9. Now what we have to check is 2 ones are 2. Sir, it is smaller than 2. We can write things. No, we should not take. 2 twos are 4. 2 threes are 6. 2 fours are 8. 2 fives are 10. Now 9 is between where? Yes, it is greater than 8, less than 9. So what we have to do is we have to consider this part. So what is the condition? It must be near to 9 and less than 9. Near. Okay, now how many times? Yes, 2 fours are 8. What is the remainder? Now what we have to do is subtraction. So 9 minus 8, we should do 1. Repeated subtraction is also called as division. Okay, so in multiplication we do addition. In division we have to do subtraction. Now look at this. 18. Now sir, shall I check first number and second number? Means it's not over. The first step is finished. Now how much the number we got? We have to take that. Look at this. 2 nines are 18. Sir, you just told it is. We have to take near and smaller means. Shall I take 16 means? We should not take 16. If the number comes, we have to take that number. So how many times it was there? 2 nines are 18. 2 nines are 18. Next, what is the next one? Subtraction. 8 minus 8, 0. 1 minus 1, 0. Now the borrowing is 7. Now again take 2 tables. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6, 2 fours are 8. So which number must be taken? We have to take 2 threes are 6. So how many times? 2 threes are 6. So remainder is 1. Now tell me what is the divisor? 2. What is the dividend? 987. What is the quotient? 493, and what is the remainder is 1. So this is the way to do the sum. I will repeat the steps. The first step is write the bigger number, the number which is going to divide inside the bracket, and the number with which we are going to divide, we have to write the outside the bracket. First step, how many digits are there? You have to take the digits. Second step, we have to check which is bigger, either the number inside the bracket or outside the bracket. Actually what we should be there, the number inside the bracket must be bigger. So if it is bigger, you can proceed. If it is not bigger, what we have to do? We have to take two numbers. Next number we have to take. Okay? Now I will go for the next sum. Same table, same multiplication table. What is that? 128 divided by 2. So first, how many digits are there? 2. It is one digit and it is one digit. Now what is the point? Next point, what we have to do? We have to check it. Which is bigger? Whether this or this. This is bigger. But actually what should be bigger? The number inside the bracket must be bigger. So in this case, we have to take the two digits. Maximum of the students will confuse in this step only. They won't do that. They know the division how to do, but they won't consider these steps. This is very important. Now which table we have to take? We have to read up to two table up to 12. So where is the 12? Yes. 2 6 are 12. So 2 minus 2 0, 1 minus 1 0, and it is 8. So you have to write here 2 6 are 12. Next 2 4s are 8. So answer is 0. So divisor, dividend, quotient and remainder. Got it? Next, I'll go for one more question, two more questions. So the basic blunder mistake done by the students in the class or after this also. For example, this is the question 128 divided by 64. You will get the answer. It is how much? 12 is 0 and it is 8. This is the answer actually. 2 6 are 12. And how the students will copy, you know? The students will copy like this: 2 1 2 8 6 4 1 2 arrow mark 0 8 8 0. They will calculate like this. They will copy like this. This is a totally wrong to copy. Don't copy like this. What is the way to do? What is the way to copy other questions? 128 divided by 2. First one number. This is smaller, this is bigger. So I have to take two numbers. Now I have to read two table. 2 6 are 12. 12 I should write. Then I have to do the subtraction. 2 minus 2 0. 1 minus 1 0. Then I have to carry forward 8. Now 2 4s are 8. 8 minus 8. I have to do the subtraction. 8 minus 8 0. This is the way to do. Don't copy with arrow marks straight and everything. Okay? Don't do like that. It's not the correct process. Next, I'll go for multiplication with 3 and 4. 9658 divided by 3. This is the question. So I am doing 9658 divided by 3. So what I have to do first? I have to write 3 table ones. So 3 ones are 3. 3 twos are 6. 3 threes are 9. 3 fours are 12. 3 fives are 15. 3 six are 18. 3 sevens are 21. 3 eights are 24. 3 nines are 27. And lastly 3 tens are 30. Diction must be also important. Now, how many digits? 1 digit. How many digits to be done? 1 digit. Next, what is the point? Whether it is big or not. Yes, it is big, then we can proceed. Now, how many times? 3 threes are 9. So, 3 threes are 9. Next, what I have to do? Subtraction. 9 minus 9, 0. Then, 6 to be carried forward. Then again, read the 3 table. 3 ones are 3. 3 twos are 6. So, how much it was? 6. Again subtraction. 6 minus 6, 0. Again carry forward the 5. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. So we have to take the near number and lower number. So what is the near and lower number is? Here I should write. Now 3 ones are 3. Now 5 minus 3 is 2. The last borrowing 8. Now where is the which number I have to take? I have to take 3 nines are 27. So I should write 3 nines are 27 and the remainder is 1. So this is the way to do. All these are basic and simple calculations, simple divisions with a single digit division. Right? I'll go for one more question. (4,684) divided by 7. Right? So any number you can do. 4,684 is going to be divided with 7. So write 7 table. 7 ones are 7. 7 twos are 14. 7 threes are 21. 7 fours are 28. 7 fives are 35. 7 six are 42. 7 sevens are 49. 7 eights are 56. 7 nines are 63. And 7 tens are 70. That's all. First, I have written the table. Now, we'll start. How many digits are there? One digit. So, underline the first digit. Then next, what we have to do? We have to check which is the bigger. So 7 is bigger or 4 is bigger? 4 is smaller and 7 is bigger. So it should not cut. It is wrong. Then what I should do? I should take two numbers at a time. So what is the two numbers? 46. Now check out the table. 7 1 7, 7 2 14, 21, 28, 35, 42 and 49. So some students may ask, sir, can I take 35? It is near. You should not take 35. You have to take the nearest number and smallest number. So the 46 is nearest to 49 and it is less than this. So we should take 42. We have to take because 49 is more. We have to take the nearest and smallest number. So we have to take the 42. So how many times? 7 6 are 42. That's all. Next, what is the subtraction? 6 minus 2. It is 4. 4 minus 4, it is 0. Then next second copy 8. Borrow. Now how many times? 7 48. Same, which is the number? Again I have to go for 6 only. So how much it was? 42. So again subtraction. 8 minus 2, 6 and it is 4. So how many times? 7 nines are 63. So remainder is 1. This is the way to do, right? So like this you can practice any one of the sums. Okay? So basing on this, I'll go for a last one. 5264 divided by 12. I'll go for a double digit division. So whatever the division is there, the process is same. 5264 divided by 12. Right? First you have to write the 12 table. Do you know the 12 table? Yes, 12 ones 12. 12 twos 24. 12 threes 36. 12 fours 48. 12 fives 60. 12 six 72. 12 sevens 84. 12 eights 96. 12 nines 108 and lastly 12 tens 120. Right? Now the point is, how many digits are there? 2 digits. Now you have to take the 2 digits. Then what is the next step? 12 and 52. Which is bigger? 52 is bigger. So we can proceed the sum. Now 52 is near to which number? Which is check it. 52 is near to between 60 and 48 and we have to take the smaller number. So I should take 12 fours. So 12 fours 48. Next what I should do? Subtraction. Now it's a combination. Look at this. 2 minus 8 is not possible. So what I should do? I should borrow it. Now it will be 12. So 12 minus 8 is 4. And how much it will be? 4. 4 minus 4, it is 0. Be careful. These are the somewhat, when the sums is going to begin a tough one, the students may commit more mistakes in this stage only. Next, what is the remainder? It is 6. Now again look at this, which is the best number to that? 46 and nearest number is 36. So I should take 3. 12 3 is 36. Now it is subtraction. So 6 minus 6 it is 0. 4 minus 3 it is 1. Then how much it should be carried out? 4 it should be carried out. Now look at this 12, which is the best number. I can take 96. So how many times? 12 nines, 12 eights are 96. Then what is the next step? 4 minus 6 is not possible. I have to borrow from here. But it is always 0. Then what I should do? I should borrow from here. This will be 10 and this will be 14 and last this will be 9. Okay. So 14 minus 6 it is 8 and 9 minus 9 it is 0 and already it will be 0. So what is the answer? It is 8 is the remainder. So this is the way to do the sums, division sums. Be careful while you doing the divisions. The first step and the second step is very important. And third thing is writing the multiplication table also important, right? So home assignment. Today home assignment. So how you are following the classes? First, in the classwork, put today's date and write all the sums I have explained. Then after that, keep the heading as home assignment. Then you have to do the homework and you have to take the snapshot of that and you have to send to the maths sir, right? In this question, in this home assignment, I will give 5 sums. 6,568 divided by 6. And second question is 1,489 divided by 8. And third question is bigger number 9,886 divided by 9. And fourth one is 2,646 divided by 5. And I will give one a double digit division. 14,689 divided by 15. So these are the 5 home assignment work to you given to you. Don't neglect and don't forget to do the sum in a proper way. You have to do it a proper way, right? Sir, is it mandatory to write the multiplication table means? So my suggestion is, it is mandatory to write, but if you are very perfect in the multiplications and divisions, then you can proceed the sum. It's not a thing, because I am discussing with the 5th class students also. For a 5th class student, it is mandatory pakka to write the multiplication table on the right side of the question. Okay, that's all for this today's session, and we will meet in the next session. I'll conclude the divisions. Then, and on Saturday there will be no class. From Monday onwards, I am going to start a regular textbook syllabus. That's all. Bye.